All right, everyone. So we have finished another calendar year of DCPC Live. We're coming up in 4 years of us releasing records coming this April. We're going to have a big ass show for it. But what I want to do, speaking of show, is I'm going to show you all that we accomplished this last year. Kind of tell you it fucking blew my mind. We started at 4 records, our first year, 6 records, our second, and then we did 9 the next calendar year. This calendar year, we did fucking 17 records. So I can't thank you all enough for all your love and your support. So I'm going to go through the records in order as they came out. So we had Necrotic Society, came out in January, Live and Dead, live on side A, dead on side B. Fucking great ass record. Thank you for everyone who picked this one up. And then we had our first international release, but with a punk rock mag out in Costa Rica. 2 great Costa Rican bands, the Tito Camun and Chuck Jones. Thank you so much for everyone that picked up this sucker as well. Very much appreciated. And then we had Rebelmatic, co-released by Shiny Dome Records, recorded out at Fuzzfest. This fucking album is great, as you know if you have it. If you don't have it, I'm sorry, it is fucking sold out and you can't get it anywhere. So fucking enjoy putting out this record. This next one is kind of odd. It's actually a re-release, which I never do. We did the Rise to 5 7-inch back in 2023, but then we did a reissue of it with a special reissue cover, and all the proceeds went to benefit their bassist Ben, who was in the hospital. This is my personal copy, which I paid for, and which I also donated the money for to help Ben out. So thank you everyone for helping out Ben. Another solid ass album here. I'm going to say that about all the albums, really. 2 Florida hardcore punk bands, Thrash Level, Accept You, and Trash World. It was actually Trash World's second show. And I know they may tell you that they're a better band now than they were on their second show. And that's true of like every band on some level. But the quality of fucking recording for their second show is just goddamn amazing. And Accept You has always kicked ass. So this is a really, really great record if you love some thrash hardcore punk with touches of metal in there. This record was an crazy honor for me to put out. The Inquisition record, if you know who Inquisition is, I don't need to explain it to you. We took that at 2008 live show that they did that came out on DVD, and then we took the songs to match their iconic album, put them in that order, and we released this, and it is sold out. I have this copy, which is my own. I actually have 2 test pressings, which is always possible I might one day put up for sale. Fucking great record. Thank you again for all your support on this. Oh yeah, what a great album. 2 great bands that I absolutely love. Middle Age Queers, Raging Nathans, co-released with Wax Mage Records. They did their own special run of super fancy colored vinyl that they sold for like $75 a piece. But even ours were super fancy as well. I know I'm sold out. I know Wax Mage is sold out. I know Middle Age Queers is sold out. And last time I talked to Raging Nathans, they were pretty much gone. So for those of you that helped with this record, thank you so much. I appreciate all your love and support. Then we had Locked in the Basement. So, you know, for those of you that know me, you know that I'm not inherently the biggest fan of cassette tapes, but I do respect anyone that puts out any music whatsoever in physical format. And Jimmy here at Locked in the Basement does a great job doing 10 cassette tapes live recorded in like one take with 2 bands, 1 band on each side. And this here is a compilation of all the band, 1 song from every band on side A, 1 song from every band on side B of the tape. So 10 tapes, 20 bands. We put this out on vinyl with a dope ass booklet, and we're actually going to do it again with this new series coming up. So as I said, tapes may not be my favorite format. Everyone's got their own loves. My love is vinyl, and I love that I'm able to take the great shit that Jimmy's doing on tape and transfer it to a compilation album on vinyl. Thank you, Jimmy. Love you, buddy. And thank you everyone who participated in that. All right. This here is the Fenzik. If you don't know the Fenzik, you should. They were playing Knockroydon Fest in March. They play all the time in New York City area. They are a soulful ska band. You could probably tell by the imagery. Great fucking people. Love them so much. You know, it's one of those rare times where a band reached out to me and said, hey, we want to put out your record. And I took a listen and I was like, oh, I have to put this out. This is amazing. So if you would dig old soulful R&B ska, this is the way to go. Luxury Teeth. I played their first show with my old band Callin' Dead at the Quarry House in Silver Spring. And this is made up of so many great people from so many great bands. The Homeowners, Cop Stabber, National Razor, FDIC, Die Cheerleader Die, the Rev 11s, you name it. So many great people. Amazing Live and Dead record, live on side A. Dead Studio on side B. If you get a chance, please make sure you check these dudes out. Buy the record. It's fucking great. Another record dear to my heart. Not that they're not all dear to my heart, but Amberetta has been one of my favorite bands for, forever. And they did their final show. And I not only was at the final show, but I was given the honor and the privilege to release their very last record, which is a recording of their very last show. We still have some of these left. So if you're interested in grabbing one, please do. Fucking great record, great band, great people. It's a pleasure to work with all of them. My Some Kind of Nightmare release. This one was bittersweet. I normally, like I said, I don't ever do reissues. I did a 7-inch with this band back, it was like my 9th release, and it sold out in like 6 weeks, probably because they tour all the time and they're always selling stuff. And so I was like, oh, you're going to Europe. I'm going to take that 7-inch, put it on side A, and then take some studio stuff you've never done, put it on side B for one of my Live and Deads. We're going to have it exclusively pressed for Europe. And then right before it was delivered, unfortunately, after 18 years, they broke up. And so as sad as that was, I'm still selling the records. Chai from the band grabbed some records. I'm going to see if Molly wants some soon. And it's a great record. And if you want the last release from a great band that put out all their heart on everything, this is the way to go. Some Kind of Nightmare. And we went back to Costa Rica again with Altercados and Expunka, another great release. They toured, I think it was Altercados toured California, sold a bunch of records when they did that. Still have some left over. Definitely, if you enjoy some thrashy Costa Rican punk rock, mostly in Spanish, this is the way to go. Speaking of Spanish, what a great band, Outer Loop. I don't even know what to describe them. You could call them post-punk, call them post-hardcore, call them indie rock, call them punk rock. I don't know. It's just great friggin' music. They recorded at the Distrito Festival. A lot of it is in Spanish. Really, really great band, great bunch of people. And this is just one of my, really favorite releases. I mean, I keep saying that, I know, but it's a great release. And I highly encourage you to pick this one and grab a copy. All right. Killed by Florida and Goat Rope. I mean, Killed by Florida, not only is it a great name, but what great people they are. I know Mike just left the band after their tour with DRI, but I'm sure they're going to keep going in some way. And Goat Rope just brings that great metallic, crunchy, hardcore punk. It's just really good. Great split live album. And if I haven't mentioned it, so many of these albums have been recorded by Joshua Dobbs in Danger Room Studios. And even if he didn't record them, a lot of them, like the Amberetta record or the Inquisition record, he mixed and mastered them. I would say out of all 36 releases that I've ever done, Joshua Dobbs in Danger Room has probably touched 32 or 33 of them. He's literally my Don Zientara of DCPC, and I don't think we would exist without him. All right, for those of you that went to the release show on Sunday at the Autobar, the Rev 11s and the Overprivileged, unfortunately, Overprivileged couldn't play. I couldn't make it. Family obligations I couldn't, get out of. I was in the Overprivileged for years. Rev 11 is one of my favorite bands, in the early 2000s. Releasing this reunion show and hearing it on vinyl and hearing that live show and getting back together with two of my best friends, quite an honor. I am totally sold out. The only one that has any copies left are the Rev 11s. Sean is also in Luxury Teeth, so if you go to Luxury Teeth show, she'll probably have some of those as well. And then our final release of 2024. Here it is. It's a 4-way split, co-release with Swamp Cabbage Records. We've got 4 great Orlando bands, Vicious Dreams, who always kill it, and the Sick Dogs, who I've seen before as well. I'll be honest, the Palmets and Tight Jeans I had not seen yet, but listening to this record, I feel like I'm right there with them. This is a great 4-way split with 4 amazing Orlando bands. So thank you for sitting with me. I know it's been 10 minutes of me talking, but that's how much we did. That's the stuff we did. And we couldn't do this without you. Remember, I'm just a small record label run by one guy, doing my best to capture the scene the way I love it best, live. As a former history teacher, I like to document and in my mind, every one of these shows mattered. Even if only 15 people were there, I totally remember being at a show, being one of 15 people and thinking there's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be than here right now. So thank you to the bands. Thank you for everyone who supports local bands, who supports DIY music, who buys vinyl. Thank you for everyone who has helped support me in all the different ways. Beyond the Pit for all the work that they did, doing album jacket designs. And thank you. That's all I really have to say. I hope talking great. See y'all later.